What is going on, guys? I'm here back at the shop again, not working on the 914. I've got to make a little money. I've got a buddy who had a car, Subaru Legacy, who had a timing belt slip and he destroyed all his valves. So that's what I'm doing today, getting started on that. We're gonna pull the engine out. Well, I'm gonna pull the engine out, rip the heads off, put a clutch in it, put a new set of heads that I've got sitting on the shelf over there, and sort of refresh the whole engine and put it back together for him. But as almost every day starts in this shop, I've got to clean up and put all my tools away so I actually have a space to work. So yes, let's get started on that. This place is disgusting. Alright, so here's the car that I'm going to be working on. It's a 99 Legacy with the single cam 2.5 liter. Before I get ripping it out and everything, I'm going to go run to the parts store, see what I can come up with in terms of how long it's going to take to get here and stuff, and get them ordered, just so that they're here by the time the engine's out, hopefully. I've got all the stuff for the head gasket though on the shelf already, so I don't need to buy any of that. Basically I just need the clutch and the timing belt and we should be good to go. So let's go head out. Oh, and also the shop is in a more acceptable state of cleanliness. Still a little bit messy, but at least there's space for me to walk. So it's been about an hour since I last checked in. I ended up just picking up the clutch from the parts store. I gotta yank this engine apart before I can tell which timing kit I need. But I've got it mostly pulled apart. Little tip on these engines, let me show you. On these Subarus, if you're pulling the engine, you don't have to disconnect the lines for the AC or the power steering. If you just unbolt their brackets, they will move out of the way enough with the line still attached in order for the engine to come out, so you don't have to deal with draining that or recharging, pulling a vacuum on the AC system. So don't pull those apart if you don't need to. Makes it real simple. But I just sort of took the whole top end apart, pulled the intake manifold off. All the wiring is disconnected, fuel lines, etc. So now the engine basically is ready for the bell housing to be unbolted and lifted out of here. Oh, and let's see if you can see. A little bit dark down here, but if you listen for this, yeah, that's supposed to be a bearing for the timing belt idler. So that is completely shredded, and there's a giant hole in the timing cover. So I think that might be an issue. So I put the engine on this stand just to make it easier to do the heads, because then I can rotate it and do everything from the side. But here is the damage. The lens is dirty. The sun is right in the way. So that, you can see, it's supposed to be a bearing. There's some balls left in there, and the belt is up there, which it's supposed to go around the bottom of this. So it's pretty catastrophic. If we look down inside there, I don't know if you'll be able to see it. No, but the valves aren't shut. None of them. So it bent every single valve on both cylinder heads, which isn't too surprising. That's usually what it does. I've got a couple sets on the shelf over there that are the same exact way. But I'm going to start tearing this thing down, starting with the timing covers, pull all the timing components off, because then I can get that timing kit ordered. Now that I know which one I need, I can literally see it through the timing cover since there's a gaping hole in it. And then valve covers, heads, and then I'll have to put it all back together. So I just wanted to show you guys, this is why you have to change your timing belt, because it does what this one did. And this one, the timing belt itself didn't snap, but one of the idler pulleys seized up and it caused the same effect. You can see this one was on its way to snapping, though it's cracked really badly in between every tooth. But as you can see, the valves are bent. These ones aren't bent that bad actually, but they are still bent to where they're wide open when they're supposed to be closed. And that's an issue, because then you don't have any compression, and then your car doesn't run. So that's why you have to change your timing belt. It's pretty darn important, and actually not that expensive when comparing to what else it can cause. That water pump's actually in good condition, and it has a factory gasket. Oh, actually, it's clean, but it doesn't feel very good, so it's a good thing we're replacing it. I've said this in a past video, but there's two types of gaskets you can get for these. There's the steel ones with the bead in the steel, and then there's paper ones. Always go for the steel ones. They work way better, and they're like $1 more. No reason to skimp on something like that. And also, they don't leave any nasty residue. Like you saw, they just pop off and are super clean. So this is going to be 2 in a row, but I'm editing this video and managed to forget to film an outro again. So I just wanted to show you guys real quick what happens when you don't change your timing belt. I ended up figuring out that was actually like the factory timing belt on that car, which was 177,000 miles, which is pretty crazy. I think that's the longest I've ever seen one last on a Subaru before, but leave down in the comments below the longest one you've ever seen last. I'm curious as to what you guys have to say. And the timing belt was actually not even snapped or anything, it was just that idler pulley, so yeah. But leave a like on this video, make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and that's gonna be it for me. Peace out.